Hey, so I wanted to do a follow up from the other day, let y'all know everything that was going on. It is exactly 11 o'clock at night, Friday night. I think today is March 25th. Hell, I don't know. But I'm doing my dialysis. So there's going to be noise in the background because there's like, I think, two or three other people in here with me. But I was laying here and there's a guy way down there up against the wall, and he's been snoring really loud. But a couple minutes ago, I started seeing his hand moving, and it looks like he's like dialing an old rotary phone or something. It's really kind of funny. And I was gonna videotape it, but I don't want. It's his privacy. So
You okay? Oh no. I left him look.
that's a lot of people. Anyway, so this is my blood. Oh, you can't see it, for Pete's sake. Let me see. So that's my dialysis right there. It's, not, it's going through my neck. It's my own blood, and, it goes through you and takes out the toxins and cleans the blood. I'm sorry. And then it goes back to you. This is entertaining. So I got here at 9. It's going to last till about midnight or maybe longer. They're trying to pull 3 liters of fluid out of me. So this is what's been going on. I'm not going to be doing the at-home kidney treatments anymore. Dr. Pandy said that with 3 infections, it's time for me to go to the clinic and do it. Which, I'm actually didn't want to do that because I don't want to be around all these people I don't know and shit. But I'm not going to have to deal with all those boxes of delivery solution, and I'm not going to, Katie's not going to have to do anything. She doesn't have to hook me up. She doesn't have to take me down there. I'll just take MetroLift. So, it's going to really free up a lot of space in the house, and I won't have as much stress because if something goes wrong, they're going to have to take care of it. I don't have to be up all night hitting buttons and calling people and trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So I guess in a way it's a blessing. Dr. Pandy is not working this weekend, I guess, so his associate came and talked to me and was asking me, they call it a chair, when you want to reserve the days that you want to go and the times that you want to go. So he was asking, there's a lot of them by the house, a lot of DaVita clinics. And he said, which one do you want to go to? And I said, whichever one Dr. Pandy is not at. And his eyes got real big, like he couldn't believe that I said it. But I'm done. Hold on. People who need people, they're everywhere. So anyway, I also told him this is what I would ideally love to have. I would love Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, they found a clinic where I could do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but the time is going to be freaking late in the afternoon. It's anywhere from between, 2:30 and 4 o'clock. So I might not even get home till 8 p.m. I'm going to have to take MetroLift. But like I said, it clears everybody of any responsibility, and nobody has to do anything. There's not going to be all that freaking trash that I'm tired of. Boxes everywhere, empty solution. You have to drain it, and we drain mine in the toilet, of course. You have to drain it in the toilet. And it filters up the toilet really quick. There's mold in the air, and I'm done. I'm done with it. So anyway, when I was talking to Dr. Pandy's associate, he said, well, because mine is at Cross Timbers right now, and he said he was at Cross Timbers as well. And I said, well, no one's ever told me that. I said, they only told me it was Dr. Pandy. I said, but to be honest with you, I really don't want to run the risk of running into him or you telling him what's going on or any of that. I don't want him to interfere in my life anymore. I'm done. I'm not paying for any more expensive ties or shoes or clothes for him. We're done. And I explained that he doesn't listen, and everything that I was saying to him, other doctors confirmed. So it couldn't have been me, right? It couldn't have been just me. So they're looking at me weird because they're like, why is she talking to herself? Because again, no, I'm just kidding. So I don't know exactly when I'm going home yet. They're gonna have to put a permanent, I can't pronounce it. Starts with an F. But you know, one of these things, the thing that's in my neck, they're gonna have to put it permanently. I think they're gonna either do my chest or my arm. I don't know what side of my body they're gonna do. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. So let's start my day off. I woke up and it was, gosh, about 4 o'clock in the morning. I laid there for a really long time, and I wanted a cup of coffee. So when the nurses changed shifts at 7 a.m. and the new nurse came in, I asked if I could order coffee or whatever from Uber, Uber Eats, and which is like DoorDash, Postal, whatever it's called. It's one of those. So they said, yeah, and they tell me how to do it. You order it and you let the company know to take it to the emergency room front desk and let them know my name and room number, and somebody can go down and get it for me. Oh, that's perfect. Great. Okay. But she says, we have coffee here. And I said, no offense, but hospital coffee sucks. And she says, well, I've never had it, but I'll get you a cup. I said, okay, but, I didn't want to be ugly. She was putting herself out there. So I said, okay. And she brought it, and of course it tastes like shit, just like I knew it would. So I ordered Dunkin' Donuts. I ordered a coffee with cream and Splenda. Hold on. Just a minute. We have company. Okay. And I ordered a toasted sourdough bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. So when the food came, it was a croissant, not the sourdough, was not, of course, toasted. There was no Splenda either in my drink or with it. I'm like, okay, damn it. So I let them know, and they gave me a credit. So I was like, you know what? You can order retail stuff as well. Sorry, an employee was leaving. So I'm like, I need a phone charger because or an extension cord or something, because my charger, my cable isn't long enough. And so I'm constantly, I do something and then I have to stop and wait a few hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this all day. So I ordered, the Walgreens down the street from here had a 10-foot charging cable. So I ordered it, and it comes, they bring it to me. I open the bag, and for Pete's sake, people, the girl, Ashley is her name, Ashley, you heifer, purchased 3-foot cables. I guess she thought, well, they don't have a 10-foot cable, so I'll just get 3 feet, and it'll be almost 10 feet. Okay, well, charging cables are not interconnectable. They just aren't. If you buy a 10-foot, that's what you get. You can't put them together, and make a longer one. So I was pretty pissed off at this point. I'm like, okay, that's the second time y'all fucked up. 2 out of 2 is not good. So I contacted them. They didn't respond. I finally found a way that someone was chatting with me, and I explained what happened. And the lady was like, okay, well, we're going to make this right. And what I'll do is, instead of giving you your credit back on your card, because it'll take 3 to 5 days, 7 to 10, whatever, we'll put it in an Uber Cash. There's an Uber Cash on your in your app. It's like a form of payment. So I told her, okay, well, I'm going to make this simple. instead of ordering a charging cable that they can fuck up, I'm going to order an extension cord. I can always use one at home anyway, so no big deal. Well, it was like $19 for a 10-foot. I'm like, oh shit, I need it. So I ordered it. And I'm watching my order to see how it's progressing, and I noticed that it's not saying that he's on his way, but it's not saying he's waiting for their order. So I didn't know the status of my order. So you could leave a message. So I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, I've been having a bad experience this morning. Do you have my extension cord? And he said, no, they didn't have it at Walgreens. And I said, well, there's a Lowe's right across the street and a Home Depot. He said, well, it doesn't work like that. And I know it didn't work like that, but he was contacting them. And what I was trying to let him know is that everything that had gone on, maybe they would make an exception and let him get it. It's not like he was going really like out of his way or anything. So I'm waiting for him to reply to what I say. And then all of a sudden I get a message saying that my order was canceled. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And it says on there, you have not been charged. Yeah, well, I also don't have an extension cord, do I? So that's the way these companies try to rectify their errors, is they just want to give you a credit. But you know what? You still don't have whatever item it was you ordered. And I mean, if I could drive, if I was at home, it would be a different story. So I was very disappointed. And I was trying to get in touch with them again because y'all owe me money. And I wanted to let them know I'm done. I have what they call Uber One membership, where you don't have to pay the majority for your deliveries. And you all know that Katie and I order a lot of food because a lot of times I don't feel like cooking. And we sometimes like different things. She mostly uses Favor, and I use Uber Eats. So, I was just like, screw it, I'm canceling my membership. I'm done. I'm done with all this. Frustrated. Hold on. Okay, that wasn't. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm great.
Be careful on your neck.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hold on, y'all. We good?
We're good. Yeah.
All right. It's very awkward with this coming out of my neck. It made an alarm go off. No big deal. At least I didn't have to dang deal with it. So I was in here talking back and forth to Elias. He was texting me because the people, I don't know if y'all are familiar, some of you may be, with my issues with my neighbor. She's a Karen, and she's a troublemaker. She's actually part of the reason I had to get rid of my dog, because her standing out there in the front yard bitching to anybody who would listen, saying that my dog shits in everybody's yard, which was a lie. And she's a troublemaker for everybody. She's just a troublemaker. And Elias had said that she asked him to sign something to get it notarized because she wants to sell the house. And I guess her husband didn't do what he was supposed to do. We've had this issue with a member of Elias's family, so I'm familiar with it. But I guess when her husband passed away, maybe it wasn't definite. He didn't have anything in writing that the house would go to her. So Elias had to sign something in front of the notary stating that she had lived there for the past 10 years. So I got a little upset, and I was like, you're kidding me, right? I mean, this woman has caused us problems. I know she was the one that called Adult Protective Services on us. Nobody else gave a shit. And she's always in everybody else's business. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have signed. I would have said no. And Elias is like, well, I was just glad they were selling. And I said, you know what? It would have worked itself out. I wouldn't pee on her if she was on fire. People like that feel like they can treat you however they want, and yet they're privileged in some way. So that opened up a whole can of worms with Elias, how perfect he is, and, seriously. And I'm like, you know what, I'm starting therapy. I don't want to talk about this right now. But I just told, he's like, you're so dramatic. You took drama in school. No, I didn't. I said, I just try to, articulate my feelings to where it'll provoke thought. That's it. And to do, I'm just not, I can't be monotoned to do it. I have to be a little dramatic, But I don't think that that he is better than anybody else. And I told him, I said, what you need to think about is what do you think people really think about you? And he said, well, I know that you're thinking about what you're going to get me for my birthday, which is in May. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, at Christmas, you didn't even thank me for the gift that I got you. And I thought that it was very thoughtful because he has all these VHS tapes. So VHS is not cheap anymore. So I bought him a VHS player, came with a remote and everything. I got him a big old tin of popcorn. I did a whole theme thing. And he didn't give me and Katie anything, but he thinks he did. But he did not. And that girl I was telling you all about, that Cherie, I don't know if I didn't tell you all the whole story, but he bought this girl at work a pair of boots for Christmas, a pair of work boots, regardless. I said, I don't care if they're work boots, casual boots, or, up your ass boots. What about me and your daughter? I said, that's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. So it's still, and he's always been that way. Oh my God, he's so selfish. But he made sure that, he took care of his family and his little friend. And I took care of his family too. He didn't take care of my family. And it's not a competition, I'm aware of that. But good God, it's about respect, man. But why would he be anything else? Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and do a bitch fest about Elias. I'm just not. But I am disappointed in his behavior, I will say that. So this is where we're at right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to find out when the heck I can go home. Y'all know I smoke and I have not had a cigarette in days. They don't know it. They know I smoke, but no one's offered me the patch or anything to help me through it. And earlier I was really starting to get anxious. I could feel the anxiety just strangling me. So let me tell you the resolution of what I came up with. So about the cable and all that. So I was talking to Ellis earlier. It was about 1 o'clock. He goes to work at 2. And so I said, is there any way, quickly, you could bring me an extension cord? This is where, you just drop it off at the emergency room and leave. It's probably about 15, 20 minutes from the house, if that. So he's like, well, I'm not at home. And I said, well, where are you? And he said, I'm doing Elliot's things. I'm off today. And I said, no. I said, you told Katie and I that you were not off today, that you were going to go to work. See, that's what he does. He doesn't want to tell me when his days off are because God forbid I ask you to help me out. God forbid I ask us for a favor after everything I've gone through. Really? So I said, you know what, then we're going to do this. I said, I'm going to text Katie. When she gets off at work at 6, she can come home, grab my extension cord, and you can bring her up here. I said, you don't even have to park. She can just run in, and drop it off. Well, she decided to come and see me, thank God. But she did. She just stayed a couple minutes, and then she left. So I finally have the extension cord. Thank goodness. Because, I don't watch I don't watch TV, and I like to make my videos, and I need my eBay and stuff like that. Even though it's been horrifically slow, I still need my phone. So we've got that taken care of now. I'm just waiting. Hi, yeah, she's looking. So now I'm just waiting to find out when I go home and all of that. So anyway, my nurse from last night just walked in and gave me a look. So I'm going to end this for now. It's almost 20 minutes long. Thanks for listening. Sorry, I just got really nosy, y'all. My ear just went, oh, what are they talking about? So anyway, thanks for watching. If y'all have any questions about the dialysis or anything like that, I know you really don't, but if you do, if you have any questions about life, hey, here I am. I'll tell you what I know. Okay, bye, you guys.